To change Washington, you have to understand government as well. You can't just be an outsider. You can't just be someone who throws stones at Washington. You have to be someone who can actually bring people together across party lines.
Former New York Governor George Pataki at this week's undercard debate in Boulder, Colorado, explaining how he would lead if he became president. Governor Pataki joins us now from New York City. Governor, welcome back to Fox News Sunday.
Great being on, John.
Governor, I don't want to be indelicate here, but this question has been asked before, and I think it bears asking again. Why are you still in this? You're at 0% in the polls in every early state. You've been in this for 5 months. The numbers have not moved for you.
Two reasons. First of all, is I know if I have the opportunity to get my party's nomination, that I can win the election and run the country. And the second is, while I'm out there meeting people in New Hampshire, small retail groups, what I'm hearing constantly is, we know where you are in the polls, but please stay in. Right now, there are two front runners who I don't believe are going to be the nominee. I don't believe they should be the nominee. Pretty much every other candidate is struggling. At the end, the Republican voters are going to want someone who can win and who has a vision as to how we can move America forward. I know I can do that, so I'm encouraged by the reaction I get from people on the ground.
The four key words there. You said, if I can win. You've raised less than $500,000. Which for the Bush campaign, which is on the ropes, is basically a rounding error. You had $13,000 cash on hand at the end of September. Do you even have the money to mount a meaningful campaign?
We knew from the beginning we were going to have to run a grassroots campaign, and that's what we've been doing. You know, we're not going to be running expensive media ads, but that's okay when you have the opportunity to talk directly to the people like I am right now. And I think the American people, honestly, and the Republican voters, yes, they're angry at Washington right now. Two people who have never held public office have more than 50% of the Republican vote, and pretty much everyone else is struggling as well. But I think at the end they're going to say, yes, we want an outsider, someone who isn't one of those Washington insiders, but someone who has a proven record of being able to bring people together and actually change government and put in place conservative policies. And if I get the chance for the American people to hear both what I was able to accomplish in New York, a deep blue state, and my vision for America, I'm confident that not only can I win, but I will win.
Let me go back to the debate on Wednesday night, Governor, if I could, for just a moment. You attacked Hillary Clinton for using a private server for conducting her State Department business. Here's what you said.
Hillary Clinton put a server, an unsecure server, in her home as Secretary of State. We have no doubt that that was hacked and that state secrets are out there to the Iranians, the Russian, the Chinese, and other. That alone should disqualify her from being president.
Certainly, Governor, there is a big controversy out there about the emails. The FBI is conducting an investigation, but you were very declarative in your statement that her server was hacked and that the secrets are out there. What evidence do you have to back that statement up?
You know, all you have to do is look at what other countries have been able to do to hack the CIA director, to hack our State Department, to hack the military, the Defense Department. They have hacked very secure email systems in the United States.
But wasn't that just an assumption on your part?
I think it's a very safe assumption that when you send out over 60,000 emails on an unsecure server in your own house, and you are the Secretary of State of the United States, and you know that foreign countries are looking at this, trying to find out what she is communicating, there's no question in my mind that her emails have been hacked and identified. And I don't think anybody who looks at this fairly is going to come to any other conclusion. Just look at how successful they have been getting through the encryption that our State Department, our Defense Department, our CIA has, and yet they have all been hacked. Imagine how easy it is when you're dealing with a home server.
Governor, one point where you part ways with many people on the Republican side of the fence during the debate, and many people in your party, is you believe that man-made circumstances, or at least possibly, are rather partially responsible for creating global warming. You also part ways with your Republican opponents who believe that if you were to take meaningful steps toward addressing global warming, you will ruin the U.S. economy. Let's listen to what Marco Rubio said at the Reagan Library debate a month ago.
Every proposal they put forward are going to be proposals that will make it harder to do business in America, that will make it harder to create jobs in America.
Governor, is he right?
Yeah, he's right, because what he said is every proposal that they made. There are 2 points I want to make here, John. First, I am different from every other Republican seeking the nomination, in that I'm a limited government conservative, and that means economic policy, social policy, leave it to the states and people in accordance with the 10th Amendment. And the second is Republicans have to embrace science. There's no question, none, that CO2 emitted by humans is a greenhouse gas that will warm the atmosphere, all things being equal. That doesn't mean we have to accept Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton's big strategy of raising government power, government control over energy and manufacturing in this country. What I said at that debate, and what I deeply believe, is Republicans should embrace innovation, American invention. We are the only country in the world that today has fewer greenhouse gas emissions than in 1995, and it's not because of the EPA or a big government program. It's because of private industry innovation, fracking, that has allowed us to change from coal to natural gas power plants, and in the process created many more jobs and more security here in America. Embrace science, embrace innovation. We're Americans. We can look at the 21st century with confidence and optimism.
Governor, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Good luck on the campaign trail, and we'll see you on the 10th of November.
Thank you, John.